Wait, before you buy the Huawei Nova Y73, there are things you need to know first. I know the price looks attractive, and the specs on paper seem good, but trust me, there are small details that can turn your experience from a nice dream into an annoying nightmare. Today, we're going to talk honestly, with no sugarcoating, about the real problems you might face with this phone. Let's get started. Problem 1, Google Services, the biggest missing piece. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the issue most people ignore until after they buy the phone. The Huawei Nova Y73 does not have Google Play Store, Gmail, the original YouTube app, or even Google Maps. Imagine this, you go to a new place and want to open Maps, only to find yourself needing to download alternative apps and learn how to use them from scratch. Want to download a game from the Play Store? You can't. Need a specific banking app? It might not work at all. Yes, there is Huawei App Gallery, and yes, there are workarounds to install apps, but honestly, it's not as smooth or as secure as what you're used to. Every day, you'll remember that you chose a phone without Google, and every day, you'll feel that something is missing. Problem 2, Performance. Not what you expect. The Kirin 710 processor is old. It has been around for years. Even though the phone is affordable, that's not an excuse to feel lag in basic tasks. Open the camera? Wait 2 seconds. Switch between apps? There's a slight but noticeable delay. Play a demanding game? You'll deal with low frame rates and stuttering. This phone is not designed for heavy gaming or intensive multitasking, and you need to know that before spending your money. There is a 4GB RAM version and a 6GB version, but even the 6GB model won't make a big difference if you're a heavy user. Problem 3, Camera. Big promises, limited results. 50 megapixels sounds impressive on paper, but the reality is very different. Photo quality in good lighting is acceptable, nothing more. Once the sun goes down or you're in low light conditions, noise appears, details disappear, and colors look dull. The 8MP front camera is fine for video calls, but if you love high-quality selfies or creating social media content, this phone is not for you. Video recording is limited to 1080p, with no stabilization and no OIS. Any small hand movement shows up clearly and annoyingly in the footage. In short, the camera gets the job done, but don't expect miracles. Problem 4, Charging. A test of patience. The 5000 mAh battery is solid and easily lasts a full day with moderate use. The real problem is charging. With 22.5W charging, you'll wait more than an hour and a half for a full charge. In an era where 65W and even 120W charging exist in the same price range, that wait feels frustrating. Imagine waking up late for work with only 20% battery and needing a quick top-up. It's not going to happen. You'll have to leave the phone charging and do something else, which is genuinely annoying in daily life. Problem 5, Operating System and Updates. EMUI 14 works and has some good features, but the experience isn't as smooth as other interfaces. Sometimes animations stutter, and sometimes apps close unexpectedly, especially when many apps are open at once. More importantly, updates. Huawei does support its devices, but not with the same speed or consistency as other brands. This means you might wait months for a single security update. If you're looking for a phone that will last for years with strong performance, this is not the best choice. Problem 6, Storage. It fills up quickly. 128GB of internal storage sounds fine at first, but the system and pre-installed apps take up a large chunk of space. And since there's no Google, you'll end up installing alternative apps, which are usually heavier and consume more storage. The result? Over time, you'll find yourself deleting photos and videos just to make room for a new app or update. Yes, there is microSD card support, but that's a temporary fix, not a permanent solution, and performance suffers if apps are stored on the card. Problem 7, Sound. Not impressive. There's only one bottom-firing speaker, no stereo speakers and no 3.5mm headphone jack. If you enjoy watching movies or listening to music without external speakers, the sound feels weak, flat, and lacking depth. Since you're forced to use Bluetooth headphones, that means extra cost and potential issues like connection drops or audio delay. Conclusion. So after all this, is the Huawei Nova Y73 a bad phone? No, it's not bad, but it's not for everyone. If you want a cheap phone, take basic photos, use simple apps, and don't rely heavily on Google services, this phone might be acceptable for you. But if you depend on Google, enjoy gaming, want a smooth and fast experience, need a strong camera, or care about fast charging, trust me, there are much better options. The truth doesn't always appear in company ads. It shows up in daily use, in the small moments that come together to shape your overall experience. Choose wisely, understand your needs before spending your money. And you, if you own the Huawei Nova Y73, tell us about your experience in the comments. If you're thinking about buying it, I hope this video helped you make the right decision. Thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content.